It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy, though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell?
Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad, though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
What do you suggest? We bring it down piece by piece?
Once that's done, what do we do then?
We go to Lenegus. Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegus?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegus. Believe it or not, we Renans down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one might think.
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then. We definitely don't have the tech to build a starship. And even if we found a Renan who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah. Waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegus would probably be quicker than that.
Wait. Alphen, when you came down from Lenegus, it had to have been in a starship of your own, right?
Right. Oh, of course.
You can't be serious. That was 300 years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
But Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy, but I do know that I woke up in Calaglia. So chances are it's still in the area. At least it's a place to start. Luckily, that realm's my old stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her.
This is it.
Yeah. As long as Lenegus stands there, there's no avoiding it.
So what's this help in Calaglia you're planning to enlist?
My buddy Nath. If anyone there knows something, I figure it's him. But first, we need to catch a boat and get back to the mainland. Our first port of call is Ulzebek.
Back where you first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Liar.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Shion.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are! No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Xion. We're alike in more ways than you know. If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand.
I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell.
I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave.
But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Xion.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hootle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
I think it's safe to rest here now. All right, something is definitely up with Xion.
Yeah, something big by the looks of it. I've never seen her so serious.
So, do you think we should say something to Alphen then?
I was wondering the same thing myself, but then it occurred to me. Whatever this thing on her mind is, it's probably the last thing in the world she wants people to know about. If she's trying this hard to keep it secret, then it's not really our place to go telling people before she's ready.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. There's just no way I could, right? What am I supposed to do?
Ah, Calaglia. Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with us too?
Dad.
Hey, chin up! This is your hometown.
Everyone around here looks so much happier than they used to.
I'll say. It feels like an entirely different place. I suppose it's had time to adjust to its newfound freedom.
Zephyr would have been so happy to see this.
Yeah, he really would have. Especially if he knew Law was... Law? Something bothering you, Law?
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
It still weighs on you, doesn't it? Running away back then.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head to...
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm... Alphen?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule, I'm up to my ears in Danan disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegus.
Lenegus? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Oh, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that. But you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. There's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
A Zoogle, huh?
I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing, so I can't tell you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way. All right.
I guess...
Right.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking about one bit.
Well, we have to press on. We're going through Zion Mine.
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures back in Cislodia.
Galaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all. But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby. Whew!
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors, and his stomach and sides, like a map of our travels? Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile.
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Hootle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Did we really just spend that much money? Looks like we made it here in one piece.
It's quite hot here. The climate feels different from Menancia's.
It's gotten...
Go no further!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law. So hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast!
Huh.
Little help!
Dragon Swarm!
My astronaut malevolent!
Radiant Light! Boost of regeneration! Ether!
Radiant Tear! Their hide is thick as armor!
You're mine!
Crystal Spear!
Swordling Alpha!
Air Thrust! Freeze Blade!
Damn it! Dragon!
Wings of Heaven!
Its armor's too strong! Take this! Be my guest! Vacuum Blade!
I'm ready!
Dragon Swarm!
One hit! I never miss! Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
And you Dragon Swarm! Not
Sleep now!
It's over!
More
Dragon
resistance!
Swarm!
Soaring Alpha!
Explosion! Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Soaring Light Spear!
Winds of heaven! Top field! Don't mind if I do!
Eagle Ray! Here I
It's a
come!
duel of the Mega Ray!
Nothing gets by me!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right.
Holy
No
land!
time to hold back.
Chain between heaven and earth!
Try this!
Well
done! Hey! Blow them away!
We can really make weapons with this?
Gotta break through!
Marksman handle this!
Heal my weary companion! Here I go! Vacuum Blade!
Chain between heaven and earth is mine!
No escape!
A wailing
As it curls up, it's time to get out of the way.
I'm ready!
Turn the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right.
Get on in there with the others! Glad you have your
I'm ready!
Annihilation! Frozen!
Hammer!
Raging cascade!
Wind!
Reflect on thy sin.
Soaring Light Spear!
Easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Get out of this!
My astral letters lightning together!
Far enough!
Wind!
Illuminate the blah 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 magic! Holy
Soaring
light!
Light Spear!
Spirit reload!
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
My face is starting to sting. My throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Shion? Oh, wait. I bet you're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Soaring Light Spear!
I never fit!
No escape!
Don't mind if I do!
Are those rocks its skin?
Lightning to death! The flashing points are weak points! Annihilation!
I'm ready!
You guys are covered! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Was that a new skill I saw back there?
Indeed. Well, sort of. Actually, it's a family staple harkening back 8 generations.
Maybe you can just write all this down? This'll be a delicious piece of cake! I can't heal you forever! By the power of flame!
Soaring Alpha!
Vanish without a trace!
No further!
I can handle it! Air explosion!
Denied!
Got fire!
I've got this! Let him march
Stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
All yours!
Armor won't save you! No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Vacuum Blade! Burn!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
You're finished!
Too much to handle? Just hold
Time
on
to
to your
let it
heart.
rip!
Here I come!
this.
Air blast!
Here I come! Come and face me!
Never fit!
Do
it!
Vacuum Blade!
Mega Ray! In here!
You're mine!
Annihilation! Into the shadows! Mega Ray!
Do it!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
See what you've got.
Soaring light spear! Vacuum blade!
Take this!
Get on in there with the... Don't mind if I do.
Here like the flame inside me!
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Shoot the enemy. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Eat dirt!
Raging storm. More with that glacial spear. Pierce evil dreams. Freeze lance. You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both. Dance in the wind.
Take this.
Air thrust.
My turn! Soaring light spear!
Heaven. First force. Cyclone.
Engulfed you!
Reload.
Dragon
Sweet
form!
dreams. Primed and ready. Supernova. Raging cascade. Now.
Crescent flash.
I still got a ways to go.
This bridge will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
No further! Where are you going? Hold on to your arm. Here I come! Here's a healing arm!
Take this!
First aid! Light astral raging cascade!
I'll blind you with a dust!
Here! Healing arm!
Mirror escape! Dragon form! Vacuum blade!
Bloody
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Here I go! And again! Mega red! Annihilation!
This one keeps charging up!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Little help!
Sword Lane Alpha! Vacuum blade!
In a
You
bind?
have to aim for the bright area on their back!
I owe you one.
I'll smash you!
I'll blind you with a dust!
By the holy land! Do it! Between you and Earth! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Perhaps we ought to recuperate for a while.
I agree. Fighting in this state would be reckless.
Let's see what you've got.
Here goes!
You're mine! Crush!
Holy
Catapult! Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
Elusive deity! Hitting pile driver!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Vacuum blades!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
A whirling circle!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! You're mine!
This one's mine!
Take this!
One more time!
Dragon form!
Do it! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Scream, babe.
Rending you apart! You're mine!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
They're surrounding us!
Soaring like fear!
I'll be taking this one! Into the shadows!
You're mine!
Radiant light!
Boost of regeneration! Regenerate! Take this! The flaming
The flashing part's their weak point!
free! I'm ready! I owe you one!
Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally!
Use too much!
I never miss!
Ignite!
In here!
Dragon form!
Lunar
In a
corruption!
bind? Take this!
Photon flash! Gemini all
Vacuum blade!
Breath of life!
Dragon
Heal
form!
my weary companion!
Cure! Dragon
Lunar
form!
corruption!
Take
That
this!
means the friend! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lunar corruption!
Soaring like fear!
Do it!
Take this!
Swallow's flight! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! We won that by a mile! Crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on.
Let's go!
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared!
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
Now or never.
It's summoning Zoogles?
Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
I will!
A thrilling performance.
Yours to be let free.
Celestial Hammer!
There!
No further.
Take this!
Not on my watch!
Rollerblade! Sword! I'll smash you! Catapult!
Denied!
Radiant
Raging
Blast!
Star!
You're finished!
Huddle!
Crescent Flash!
Heal Elemental! Magic is there!
I'm not
Seal!
done!
Ready and rare! Let's get you on the
Take
way!
this!
Break this night.
Here I go! Raging Star! Let's go!
It's over!
Can't get out of this.
Rising! It's on! Hurricane, you picked the wrong fight!
I'll heal you all! Malevolent!
Resonate with the earth.
Healing
Stalagmite.
Spree! It looks like you got this one covered!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Bloody hell. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Arctic Waterfall! In here!
Dragon
I'll be
Form!
saving this one!
Here I come!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon Form!
Now!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Double Demon Fang! I'm not done!
Arctic Waterfall! Feel!
Resonate with the earth.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Front! It's over!
Where are you
Rending
going?
you apart. Bloody hell. Take
all
this.
mine!
Not in your dreams!
The fluidity of your movement, all simply incredible.
Far enough! Lunar Bird!
Glacial
It's over! Soaring Light Spear!
I'll heal you all!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Rending you a bloody
Thunder
howling.
Field! Banana, ready to go! Here! I owe you, Dion. Healing is what my art do best.
Can't get out of this.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
You're finished on the wing! There!
Mega Ray!
Shattering
Pieces! Attack time! My world is
I'm ready! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting.
The
enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that!
I'm not done!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Malevolent! This one's mine! Feel!
Take this.
This one's handy! No more playing nice! I'm all
Breath
stuffed
of
up!
life. Heal my weary companion.
Now! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Here, let me help.
There!
I'll face you.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
Really
Let me
don't.
help! Here! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Blazer! Lightning Orb! Now!
You attack without mercy.
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against the worthy.
We fight better at a distance. Further away, the better. You and I both. My world is trouble. Don't mind if I do. Bronze and red.
Light.
You're mine!
Hear my call. Storm! This one's mine.
Eat dirt!
Another incantation ruined.
Here, let me help.
Dragon Form! There!
Prepare to be sealed.
Here's a healing arc. First aid.
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem.
Try on my turn! Take this!
Burning Rocket.
Take this.
Wind Astral Energy. Purge Malevolent.
Shattering
Pieces.
Attack time!
Raging Storm. There you go. Don't let up.
Carve through armor. On your
Illuminate the dark. Where are you going? Holy Glimmer.
with the earth!
Stalagmite!
Prepare to be healed!
Being interrupted.
Denied!
Here goes! Here's the healing art!
Shattering the pieces! On the court!
Here goes! Up and out! Another arrow!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Magic is there! In here!
Crush! This one's all mine! Burn in hell!
Here!
You're mine! Sword Ray Alpha!
I can use all day! Lunar corruption!
Now or never.
Gemini Alpha! They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Linwell!
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Keep charging at her!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Done! I'll leave it to you! Take this! Vacuum blade!
All day!
No, I'm ready! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Radiant light!
Radiant
Can you
ring!
take it?
Dragon Form!
Healing is down!
On your
blade! Illuminate the dark! Holy light! This one's mine!
Denied!
Take that!
Oh, violent
Dragon Form!
Now, we don't have firearms here on Dana.
I can show you mine if you like.
That would be really awesome, Shion. Here, let me help. It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alphen!
Watch and learn. That's enough! Go back down!
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
I must keep striving.
You can ease off yourself.
Pot calls the kettle black.
Good advice for all of us, to be honest.
Hey, is that it over there?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegus. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns. Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Xion? Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own?